I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report. This is a mystery shop of Cochran Kia in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and our agent Lightning is in that market up there now. I think that's her home, and she's visiting, and so she's having fun doing some mystery shops. I'll speak in the first term as if I were the mystery shopper. Her name is, undercover name, of course, is Agent Lightning. I arrived late in the afternoon and was greeted by a customer service representative as opposed to a salesperson. She warmly inquired, "What can I do for you today?" Eagerly, I responded, "I'm hoping to see if you have any new Tellurides in stock today." She followed up with, "Is there a certain trim level you're looking for, and have you been in contact with anyone here at the dealership?" That's a courtesy to a salesperson that may have been dealing with you, worked on providing you with information, and also to you because you'd probably like to continue with someone that you've already conversed with and not have to repeat yourself. So that's a positive. I said, "No, I haven't been in touch with anyone." After excusing herself, the customer service representative walked over to a salesman to see if he was available to assist a customer interested in the Telluride, a Kia Telluride. They both approached shortly after, and she introduced him. His name is Marty. Is going to help you. Hope you have a great evening. So I'm now in Marty's hands. He says he extended his hand, greeted me, and invited me to join him at his computer. He kindly inquired, "Which features are you looking at in a Telluride?" I was looking for something middle of the line. "If you have it," I replied. Marty checked his inventory and excitedly shared, "We have 12 in stock." Now, I'll digress a little bit here because this is the time to buy a car. If you're a regular listener, you've been hearing me for the past 3 years say next year was the time to buy a car, and I was wrong. And I'd say again, next year, and I was wrong. Finally, we're here. Next year is here. 2024 is a good time to buy a car. Dealer profits are dropping, the markups are dropping, and the dealers are more competitive. Inventories are getting way up there. So now, if you've been waiting, now's the time to buy a car. But be careful. Listen to the show. Look at EarlOnCars.com. Get the information you need. Otherwise, you'll still take advantage of it. In the past 3 years, you were going to pay a high price even if you were a good shopper. Now, if you're a good shopper and an informed consumer, you'll get a really good price. So he's got 12 Tellurides in stock, which is, that's a lot of one model for any dealer. A year ago, you wouldn't hear this. Before proceeding to go over all of them with me, I settled on the new 2024 Kia Telluride EX V6 AWD, all-wheel drive in blue. It just hit the lot less than an hour ago, he told me. I'll be right back with the keys, and we can go take a look. There was a Maroni label properly affixed to the car. If you're from South Florida, you won't see that very often. They take them off the car, which is a violation of federal law. But in Cochran Kia in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Maroni label was where it was supposed to be. Very hard to make out because the information because of the glare from the sun. However, I was able to see that the MSRP was $45,675. About 3 minutes later, he returned explaining the keys are still upstairs since they just arrived, but would you mind coming with me to take a look? Despite the weather, it was 40 degrees, we walked outside. Doors were locked, but I managed to glimpse inside through the window. Marty mentioned, if you decide you want to buy it, if you have the time, we can rush the inspection and get the keys for you to drive it. Back inside, he requested my license. I handed him my Florida license. It was much different up here, he observed. Unlike Florida, this is really, it kind of makes me ashamed to be a Floridian, but you regular listeners know it's the truth. Now here's a car salesman in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, telling a customer that unlike Florida, we have mandated fees. We can't overcharge for vehicles like Florida does. He shared stories of customers who flew in to purchase a vehicle and drive back home due to the savings. So that's what's been going on, in case you were on Mars for the past 3 years and didn't hit the COVID thing and the microchip shortage and all the other craziness. People are flying from Florida to Pennsylvania. I ran into a person in the parking lot the other day that flew to Michigan to buy a car. I mean, it's crazy what people were doing not to get taken advantage of if they live in Florida. At any rate, he explained we're buying this vehicle to keep up here with our son, We're planning on registering and insuring it here under his name, and I'll likely co-sign with him. After discussing financing and cash options, Marty, the salesman, filled in a few numbers on his computer, then printed a worksheet for me along with a window sticker, so it was hard to see the details from outside. The worksheet was refreshing to me. Usually they're pretty tricky, so this one was refreshing. The top line was MSRP, and that's supposed to be a guideline, a benchmark to see what sort of a discount you're going to get. That's what it was designed for when it became federal law in 1958. So the MSRP was $45,675. There was a $1,061 discount labeled dealer discount, and it really is a dealer discount. They added sales tax, it's supposed to be, and that was $676, and an estimated registration and fees. Now, I circled fees because there's always a question. Are they taxable fees or non-taxable fees? If they're non-taxable, they're government fees, they're legitimate. If they're taxable fees, they're junk fees. So I circled that, and we'll see about that as we go along the report. An asterisk indicated there was some fine, but not too fine, print. Actually, I looked at the photograph. The print wasn't fine at all on the worksheet, which indicated the estimated fees included. Okay, here comes the junk fee, $464. They called it a dock fee. I call it a junk fee. A $58 notary plate fee, again, a junk fee. Those are both taxable fees, and that would be the acid test. And a $21.90 online registration fee, again, a junk fee. You add all those together, they're about $544, and so the out-the-door price was $48,413. But remember, I'd gotten a discount, a dealer discount, which was $1,061. So they actually did discount it about $500 off of MSRP. And if we'd been having the show 6 months ago, that wouldn't have been the case. So prices are coming down. I thanked him for everything. And the out-the-door price, by the way, was $48,413, and I thanked him, and I left. I thought about my experiences. I drove away. So there we are. We're going to vote on this.
For me, I'm going to say an A minus.
Nancy, what do you say?
I'm going to give them an A.
I'm going to give them a B minus. I almost gave them a B. I think if we pressed that a little bit, I think we probably would have had those junk fees taken off. If she pressed it and they take the junk fees off, I might have given them a B. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.